With us here tonight. We have State Attorney Angela Corey, who's devoted her career to the criminal justice system, and now has been a state attorney for 7 years, 8 years. Sitting next to her is our new sheriff, Mike Williams, who has been in the justice system as well for many, many years and is now our newly elected sheriff. Next to Sheriff Williams is Superintendent Vitti. Superintendent Vitti came here in a mid-year, about 3.5 years ago, and has been working diligently to raise our school system to the level that we all want to see. And we also have with us Officer Dion Johnson. Officer Johnson is head of the juvenile education program in the jail. And he has an awful lot of insight as to the issues that we're here to talk about today. One of the things that the mayor asked that we do was that if we're going to talk about youth violence, we needed to give them a voice. And that voice has been given to them by Officer Johnson asking the young men and women in the jail, what are your answers to these important questions? What are your suggestions? And so tonight, I'm going to ask him to speak first. And the first part of what we'll do is ask questions, or I'll point out to the panelist members the comments of these young people and ask them to comment. Some of these comments may pose some difficult questions. But if we don't answer the difficult questions, we're never going to solve this huge problem. So the first thing I'd like to ask of Officer Johnson, let's start with asking you, what do you believe the students would want to hear from tonight's program? What do you think they most want to hear coming out of this program tonight?
First of all, good evening, and thank you for the honor to be on this panel tonight to discuss these issues regarding youth violence. First and foremost, they want to see us care and have a concern, about their futures. I think if there's anything that's most important that should be discussed tonight is the future, because a lot of these young men, they're dealing with how will I find a job when I get out, because they're convicted felons. Some will graduate with high school diplomas, but yet they can't join the Marine Corps like I did when I was 19 years old. Just today I went to Westside High School to one of my mentees to participate in the 5,000 male mentoring initiative here in Duval County. And I went to see him today because he was having a bad day, because the Marine Corps recruiter told him that he could not join the Marine Corps for the simple fact that he was convicted felon. So I think if there's anything that can come out of this discussion tonight that I can take back with him on tomorrow, is that I felt care and concern for their future.
Thank you. We're asked questions in the form of, I wish something had been this way, and I wish it had been less of this. And they were asked about policing, the justice system, and education. And I'm going to pose these questions to each of our panelists that are related to the area that the students spoke of. And what we did is go through and try to pick out the recurrent themes that the students raised. And so, Sheriff, I want to read this to you and ask you a question. This is a student statement. I wish our police did more of this, and what they wanted to see was more awareness of gang violence and less of this. And what they want less of is being stereotyped. What are your thoughts about the level of awareness regarding gang violence and our kids being stereotyped, and what are you going to do about it?
Sure, thank you.